Guys and girls, in today's episode, we're looking into an absolutely great match skill, especially for all my wingers out there. And since I have a lot of things I want to go through to make sure all of you guys and girls learn everything you need to know about this skill, let's just jump right into it. So, today's skill is essentially an inside elastico that basically you're gonna pull off as soon as you receive the ball as your first touch. Now, I have a bit of a bad knee and I'm by far not the most fast or explosive player, but if you are at least a little bit rapid and have quick first steps, this skill is almost match made in heaven for you. In a couple of moments, we're gonna look into how to effectively bring this skill to game situations, but before that, we have to go through the technical information. So, I've broken this skill down to only two very simple components. We have the inside elastico and of course your body movement. And starting off with step number one. The inside elastico is basically you tapping the ball with the inside of your strong foot followed by a quick touch with the outside of your foot. It's as simple as that. And my best tip for all the beginners out there is for you to make sure not to let your foot hit the ground in between the two touches. That's gonna make everything a little bit more sloppy and awkward. So make sure to just keep your foot in the air, nice and easy like this, and let it just naturally flow through the ball. And once you feel confident and secure about the inside-outside touch, we're gonna move on and add some body movement and momentum behind the skill. Now, how this is gonna work out is that as you tap the ball with the inside of your foot like this, you're gonna take a little jump step with your standing foot. The reason we wanna do that is that we wanna get our entire body behind the ball, which will then give us momentum and force for us to speed off to the opposite direction. And this is the exact same reason why I think the inside elastico is much superior to the outside elastico. Because with the outside elastico, as you tap the ball like this, you are actually leaning this way and you wanna go here. Whereas with the inside elastico, as we just learned, as you come here, bam, lower your center of gravity, your entire body is behind the ball and you're just naturally gonna push off to the opposite direction. Next up, let's look at how to implement this skill into game situations. And in my opinion, the ideal situation and setup for you is that you, as the winger, are next to the sideline attacking this way. This happens to every winger in every football match. Your teammate is passing you the ball, and while that happens, there's a defender closing in on you. And what we're gonna do is that we're gonna use the defender's move against him, by making him believe we're actually just gonna take our first touch and continue the game towards our own goal before all of a sudden, bam, rapidly going to the opposite direction. There's a couple of things you need to be aware of. Number one, try not to receive the ball with your back completely towards the defender because that will make the inside elastico very tricky to pull off. Instead, you wanna position your body sideways like this, attacking this way, and you can actually have your chest turned a little bit more towards the opposing goal. Number two, awareness. Make sure you know there's enough space behind the defender who's rushing in towards you that you can enter. You don't want to have another opponent there who's just gonna steal the ball as soon as you enter the area. And number three is for you to at least consider taking a slightly bigger touch with the outside of your foot to give yourself even more room to sprint behind the defender. Bam! Especially if you're a fast guy. Obviously, doing the inside elastico directly from a pass as your first touch makes everything that much more difficult. And if you're out on the pitch all by yourself and you wanna practice the inside elastico directly from a pass, you can simply pass the ball to a wall, as I keep mentioning in every single one of these skill tutorials. So no excuses, head out and start practicing. So that's gonna do it for today's skill tutorial. And once again, as always, I hope you guys learned something new. And make sure you're actually gonna rate the difficulty of the skill on the I button on your screen. And while you're at it, if you wanna keep learning stuff like this one in the future as well, you absolutely have to subscribe to our channel by clicking the green bubble right next to my head. And before you leave, hit us up and follow us on Instagram. You can find all the links in the description right down below. That's it for today. I'm out.